You guys, look, I was just thinking of how I could, how to just vanish. Where do I go to? What do I do? Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this is a continuation of my previous video. So if you haven't watched that, I would advise you to go watch that first before you come continue from here. So this continues, or actually takes the part from where I told you guys that 3 friends came in to give me a gift. So if you don't remember that, you do have to go watch my other video before you come back. So guys, this is the part 2 of the previous video I posted. So if you still haven't watched, I would advise you to go watch it before you come continue from here, because this doesn't start but instead continues and gives more details, some of the things I said before. Okay, so if you did watch the previous video, you'd remember me saying that 3 friends came in and they gave me a gift. So this video is going to focus on the gifts they gave me and like the problems I got into with that gift they gave me. Okay, so these 3 friends come all hyped up, or I think they were a bit drunk. They were all hyped up and things like that. And then they gave me a gift. So I put the gift in my bag because when I saw the gift, I laughed like, yo, people, like, you know, what is all of this? They were like, yeah, we can see you are stressed and things like that. So when they gave me the gift, I laughed. It was all fun and games. I showed it to everyone else who just laughed about it. Then I put the gift in my handbag because like, I knew if my parents see that gift, I'll be dead, you know? So I put that gift in my handbag. And then the other gifts I had gotten from people, I just like, you know, gathered all of them into one of the bigger bags, the gifts I had gotten. So everything was just, you know, together. And I didn't get that many gifts then because I'd already gotten some in school. So then I didn't really have a lot of things on me or a lot of things to hold or to take home. So when the whole thing happened and I ended up in an ambulance, and then like my friends put in, I think, I'm not really sure. Okay, so this is me guessing because I woke up the next morning and I had my bag and my gifts beside me. So I'm thinking my friends put the bags in the ambulance and then they sent it to the hospital and then they gave it to my family. So that was how the bags got transferred and they got to me. So when I woke up the next morning, I saw the bags beside me. And at the, like, you know, for the first few seconds, my brain was a bit fuzzy. So like, I like, you know, I had to just like, you know, get a minute for myself to catch myself, remember where I am, what happened, and things like that. So then I sat down for a few seconds. I remembered, you know, I was at the party. I remembered this happened. Then I remembered what I had put in my bag. So I looked beside me, like I looked beside my bed, and my handbag is opened. The handbag is opened. So I look down and I look in the handbag. You guys, there was nothing in there. There was nothing. You can imagine my heart beating so fast because like, yo, there's a reason why I put that particular gift in my handbag, you know. It didn't go into the gift box. It went into my handbag. They didn't touch the gifts in the bag, but then the gifts in my handbag had been taken out. And now my heart is beating. You guys, like, it was crazy. It was crazy because I knew I could get into so much trouble for that. So I didn't know who to question. Like, who do I ask? So I came out, and the first person I saw was my little brother. So I was like, yo, Kwame, did you take anything from my bag? And I was like, yeah, he saw a box in there. He wanted to see what it was, so he took the box. Then it's like, okay, he took the box. Where is the box? He left the box on the kitchen table, on the dining table. He left the box. You guys, you could like, you guys just, I don't even know how to explain to you how fast my heart was beating, because like I was already in trouble for what I had done the previous day, and now the thing in my bag was no longer there. It's on the dining table. So I hurriedly come to the dining table to try to take the thing before my mom wakes up and sees it, and the thing is not on the dining table. It is not on the dining table. You guys, it was not on the dining table. So now, like, I'm just scared. I'm wondering who took it. I have 2 other sisters, so I know 2 other, like, you know, possibilities or chances that it's not my mom. So I could ask those 2 people. So I go to Sandra and Belinda, and I'm like, did you guys see anything? They're not coming left to the dining table. And they tell me, yes, my mom showed it to them. Okay, so which means my mom saw it before them. And now I'm just like, shit, I'm dead. That was the only thing that just came to my mind. I'm dead. You know, it was just like, Bernice, yeah, forget about it. It's just over for you. Your dad is coming today. You've messed up in so many ways. Yeah, you're dead. So now I'm just like, you know, I'm just there waiting for my mom to come speak about it. You know, if you're in an African home and you do something, your parents don't speak about it. It's just like, you know, your heart beats more because you don't know what kind of like punishment is coming up. You don't know what's going to happen to you. You have no idea. So I'm just like, I was really sleepy, but I come sit in the hall just so my mom gets a chance to talk to me before my dad comes and she tells him. So I had to like, you know, clear things up first. But this woman never comes my way. She never comes my way, you guys. She didn't talk to me. And she just comes and it's like, Belinda, let's go pick up your dad. He's almost here. And I was like, can I go to you guys? I was so tired. But if there is one thing anyone who has an African parent knows is that if there is any problem, you want to be the first to report it, because if your mom reports it, they sugarcoat it, add so much like spices, they garnish it, and before you realize, the whole story goes like haywire and you just don't know what is happening. Okay, so through all of this, she still hadn't spoken about the thing that was on the dining table. So we, you know, I joined them. I was so sleepy. I joined them for like a 2.5 hours ride to the capital, to Vienna. So we go to the capital, we go pick up my dad. And the second my dad enters the car, my mom starts, and you know, I want him to say, Bernice. So that's she. Yesterday, do you know that Bernice, blah, blah, blah. She starts saying it. And my dad is like, he's just silent. He doesn't know what to say. And I'm just at the back, like, you know, dying. Like, internally, I'm dying internally. I look like I'm dying. Like, I didn't even, like, you know, do anything. I just had to get into the car to make sure my mom doesn't, like, you know, kill the whole case. So I didn't, like, take my time to do anything. I was just looking so crazy and I got into the car. So now I just told him, I'm just waiting for the whole... And my dad's like, let's get home. Bro, you guys, I had never gotten into trouble with my parents before. So it was all like, how are they going to react to it? Because like, let's get home. That was way too common answer for an African dad, you know. Let's get home. So we're getting home. I'm waiting. And she still hadn't brought the topic about the thing she found at the dining table. So we get home, and the person the person who drove us, like, you know, says, okay, he's going home, and then he left. So now it's just me, my parents, my siblings. And then before my dad could even start talking about like, you know, what he will do to me for the drinking thing, my mom goes in and comes out with the box. And ladies and gentlemen, you must, like, you know, there's no way to not know what that is, you know. There was just no way to know it. Like, they had drawn a picture, written the name, explained it at the back, how to keep it, how to make. So like, anyone who can read English knows exactly what it is. Anyone who can read English knows exactly what it is. And like, it was a vibrator. My friends had gifted me a vibrator to distress myself. I was so uptight, I was so stressed, I had to distress myself with the vibrator. And now my little brother leaves the vibrator on the dining table. My mom has it now, and now she's showing it to my dad. You guys, look, I was just thinking of how to just vanish. Where do I go to? What do I do? Like, and the whole time I was just thinking of just how, like, you know, it's my little brother that's stupid. Is he that foolish? Like, I was kind of insulting him in my head, but I knew like I had caused trouble for myself. But still, like, you know, it was just that if you read something, that's what it says on it, and you realize, oh shit, okay, that's a sex toy. She didn't tell her, like, go put it back in the girl's bag so she has to get into trouble. But you leave it on the dining table. He was like, he forgot. But you leave it on the dining table, you guys. So here I am, like, okay, now every single thing I've done has been like, you know, let out the bag. So now it was time for punishment. What's going to happen to me? was going to happen. I was actually like, I was wondering too, because I thought I'll get beat or something like that, I was waiting for my ass to get beat and things like that. But this was where I actually had a surprise of my life, because as I said earlier, I'd never done anything like this before, so I had no idea how my parents were going to react. So my dad is like, this should be the first and last time you do this. Don't do this again. And you guys, that was it. And like, my mom is like, what about the vibrator? And my dad's like, that was it. Like, I had never been so surprised in my life. But if you've never experienced any side of your parents, you never know what's or how they would actually react. Because I was used to seeing all these like things on Instagram, all these things on social media about how like African parents react and things like that. So I was expecting like some slippers to get thrown at me to get like, like a face stuff. But like, none of that happened, you guys. Like, none of that happened. It was just a calm like, don't do that again. And that was it, bruh. Look, I had never been so happy in my life. I just said okay, and I left. And y'all, look, I had to close my eyes and pray and thank God, because this was such a miracle. I thought I was dead. I was screwed in so many different ways, bro. It was terrible. I go to school and my friends are like, what did your parents do? Because I think they also know, like, the whole African story kind of thing, how Africans are supposed to react and things like that. So they ask, what do your parents? I'm like, didn't do anything, just told me not to do it again. And I was so surprised. It was like, oh my God, that's so nice. But what about like, the hospital bills? Because with my friends too, none of them had this problem before. So we didn't know what would happen next. Like, even though healthcare is free, there are some things we think you have to pay for. We've never experienced it before. So we thought that for the pumping of the alcohol out of my system, we'll have to pay for it. So I went and I spoke to my doctor. And apparently in Austria, like, it happens so often with kids, like with teenagers getting all drunk and shit, like they're having to be pumped every single time. So it's like, it's a normal thing. So it's one of the things that the healthcare, like, the free healthcare takes care of too. You guys, because like, if that hadn't happened, imagine like the kind of problem I'd have been in. So I had gotten drunk, brought in a vibrator home, and then gotten my parents in debt for like having like alcohol pumped out of my system. That was, I went to check the next Sunday and I gave a testimony. I mean, of course, I wouldn't tell them, oh, I got drunk, and then I didn't say that. But what I said was, I nearly died and God saved me, because that was exactly what happened. Just drink responsibly. I mean, like, now the only thing I take is like wine every once in a while, because apparently it's good for you and you can use it to cook too. So that's it. But honestly, drink responsibly. Just because the drinking age is low doesn't mean you should be drinking. But like, yeah, that is my embarrassing story. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you still haven't, for more interesting stories, vlogs and things like that. Yes, till next time. Bye.